This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio at MCU Park on Heroes Night. We have a chance to talk with one of our special guests, John Feal, who is a veteran of the United States Army and has set up a wonderful foundation helping 9/11 families. And John, first off, we just heard you were up at West Point for the Warrior Games. Tell us about that.
Sure. Well, one, thank you for having me today. I was up at the closing ceremonies with John Stewart, who helped us pass the Sadroga bill. So in 2005, I started a foundation that helps 9/11 responders by putting food on their table, pay their utilities. And since then, we've helped pass 4 bills in Congress, one in Albany, one in Michigan, and we've donated over $4 million and a kidney. I get too much credit for those bills getting passed. The men and women who were sick from 9/11 and their heroic actions that I took to D.C. with me, that walked the halls of Congress, they're the ones who they deserve all the credit because it was truly a team effort. Just like on 9/11, which was an amazing group of Americans that came together, those men and women that went to D.C. with me and went to the Beltway, they deserve all the credit.
Absolutely, and you saw the need. Tell us a little bit about what this bill helps 9/11 families with.
Well, you know, before everybody got sick and denied benefits, I got hurt and denied benefits. I lost half of my left foot, and I spent 11 weeks in the hospital with gangrene, and I've had multiple surgeries on my feet, my knee, I'm blessed, because I don't have stage 4 cancer. I didn't die from a 9/11 related illness. But this bill now, the James Sadroga Health and Compensation Act, gives 75 years of health care. That's basically permanent health care for the rest of our lives, so those who are sick and dying from their heroic actions. And they're going to get compensated for lost wages and non-economic loss, which is their pain and suffering. So, the decade-long battle to get this bill passed twice, it was worth it. And I would do it again in a heartbeat, because tens of thousands of people across the country, 73,000 people are now enrolled in the World Trade Center Health Program. And if you can't put human life before politics or anything else, then you're really not doing a good job of being a human being.
Well, it's so important. My wife was in the World Trade Center on 9/11. She ran down 35 flights of stairs to safety because of heroic New York City policemen and firemen. So we agree, and I appreciate what you're doing so much. Tell us a little bit about your service in the United States Army.
Well, again, like my 9/11 experience, it pales in comparison to the real heroes who were fighting the battles overseas. I spent 3 years in the United States Army in the mid-'80s. There was no war, but I proudly served the 101st Airborne. I got to wrestle, and I think my proudest achievement was I took 5th place out of 32,000 soldiers in a mile-long obstacle.
Well, that's great. Now, just if you would, just tell us briefly again about some of the work your foundation is doing and how someone can find out more about it.
Sure. Well, the Feel Good Foundation, we don't discriminate. We help cops, firefighters, construction workers. If you're affected by 9/11, we help you, uniform and non-uniform, man or woman. And over the years, again, we've helped donate money. We help get individuals lawyers. We help them get enrolled into the World Trade Center Health Program. And under a contract with NIOSH, who administrates the healthcare side of the James Sadroga Health and Compensation Act, I now travel the country talking to responders from around the country. 433 out of 435 congressional districts were represented at Ground Zero during the 10-month cleanup. Somebody from every state came to New York to help this great nation. And I now get a chance to travel, talk to them, and get them enrolled in a World Trade Center National 9/11 program, so they get the help that the same people in New York get. So, I've done all of this over the last 11, 12 years without a paycheck, without a salary. I do this for free. And this is my way of giving back, because when my life was altered, when I lost half of my foot and I had dozens and dozens of surgeries, I've been able and blessed to be a mouthpiece and to fight for these men and women. So it's a humbling experience every day.
Absolutely. We appreciate that, and we hope to see you back at West Point for Army football this fall.
Army football, there's nothing better. Nothing better. I haven't been on vacation since 1997, but my wife lets me go away for a day to an Army-Navy football game, and it's a special day.
I think Army's going to win this year.
Well, they lost Reynolds, Navy, right? He's now in the NFL trying out for a wide receiver, so I hope Army feels a good team and they beat Navy this year.
John Feal, great to see you. Thank you for all that you do for our members of the military and veterans, and also those who worked and sacrificed so much on 9/11.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
Good to see you. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio at MCU Park for Sons of the American Legion Radio.